of a triangle and different ways to finish it. Let's go over triangle choke escapes. Generally speaking, there are 3 levels of escape. I don't want to make you think that there's only 3 levels or that there's 3 distinct levels. Generally speaking, there's escapes to when you deal with the triangle early, deal with the triangle a little bit later, and deal with the triangle when it's like almost fully locked in, you're about to tap, right? We're going to deal with the first 2 today. We're going to borrow your earnest, please. So, as with any submission, your posture is your best defense. If they can't manipulate your posture to submit you, then there's no submission, generally speaking. So, if I deal with this early, I'm in earnest guard here, and he puts a triangle on me, right? Boom, you guys hear me say it all the time, look to the sky, right? Don't give him that head down posture, because now bad things start to happen, right? So, back to the beginning. As soon as Ernest puts the triangle on me, I'm going to look to the sky and secure the safety of my own arm here. Notice my hips and my back. I'm leaning slightly back. I don't want to lean too far back because I'm going to get swept. But there's a big difference between me being here, where Ernest is kind of comfortable and can start manipulating my posture, and me being here. Now he has to sit up into me and gives me a lot more freedom. Okay, so let's deal with this first. He put me in the triangle, I'm sitting up and I'm securing the safety of my arm here. Okay, this is the arm that's trapped, my left arm. This is the arm that's free, right? So I'm going to call this my free arm, I'm going to call this my inside arm. My goal is to either take my inside arm out or bring my outside arm in. I don't want to have just one arm in here, right? So I've established a good posture here, right? No matter what you do, you're going to turn to your free arm, boom. And now a little hole has appeared between his leg and my body. Here he's tight, right? Everybody can see his hamstring is flush to my body. But when I turn, a little bit of a hole appears. You have a choice. You can take your outside arm in, and if you're going to do that, as I throw my arm inside, I also drive forward here. And I settle into the guard. Or option number 2, he puts me in that triangle. I posture up high, secure the safety of my arm, turn towards the free side, a little bit of a hole appears. I take my inside arm out, and now as I push my arm away, I rotate around him to try and pass the guard this way. Okay, let's go over that one more time. Actually, let me, Cal, Lombardi, so Ernest can see.
You want to do the second one.
What's it? Ideally, you want to do the second one. Might not always be there, though.
But if you can.
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah.
Get out of the guard.
So Khaled put me in a triangle, which would never, ever happen. You can try to catch me sleeping, you never put me in a
I
triangle.
almost tapped you the rear naked once.
Oh. Obviously, that's everybody knows that's a
But
lie.
then I woke up. So.
Oh, there you go. All right, so again, secure the safety of your arm, right? Because I don't want to get arm barred. This is my free side, so I'm going to turn to my free side, right? And now his hamstring is no longer flush against my chest. From here, let's do the first one first. Obviously, do the first one first. We're going to take the outside arm in, and look, I'm not just trying to push my arm in. I'm driving forward here. That way I don't get arm barred by putting my arm in, right? Second one, exact same thing. He puts the triangle on me. I posture up. Here, again, watch my hip. I'm not here. I'm sitting back slightly. I'm tilting back slightly. Turn to the open side, right? Now my inside arm comes out, and I don't just do this with my arm. I walk around him. As I essentially, it's almost like a double underpass. Okay, stay tight to him. Fold him in half. Any questions? Go. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? A point of reference for this one is Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen, their first fight. How did that fight end? Chael Sonnen got caught in a triangle armbar, right? This was the escape he was attempting before he had to tap. Bad example, he didn't get to it, but this is the one he was attempting. So, you got caught in a triangle, and now you're in it a little deeper, right? I'm not postured up. You can still do this if you're postured up, but you don't have to. You're going to pick one side. Okay, right now Ernest is a little bit heavy on my right side, I feel like, right? Sometimes he'll be heavy here, sometimes he'll be heavy here. You're going to pick the side that's not heavy. So he's heavy on my right side, that means my left leg is light, right? So again, after I secure my arm, the safety of my arm, whatever leg that's light, in this case, it's going to be my left leg, I'm going to throw that leg over at the same time I lean towards it, not away from it. So I throw my left leg over as I lean to my left. What did that just do? That freed my right leg, right? Now my right leg is going to come up and over, and I'm going to cross my ankles in front of his face. Okay? I'm still not out of the triangle. Okay? What this does is it prevents him from sitting up and breaking my posture. Okay? From here, if I can, I'm going to get my hands behind his knee. But let's say I can't. Let's say he's staying real tight, right? No problem. I'm just going to keep this secure just in case he tries to go for the arm lock. Okay? From here, I'm going to push my legs away as I extend my back. Here. As soon as that's broken, this is where the scramble happens. I'm going to take the top leg, I'm going to put it over, and he's for sure going to try and sit up into me or run away. Okay? Control his posture until you end up on top. I don't care what position you end up in yet, whether it's the guard or side control or the back or whatever. End up on top. Okay? Preferably outside someone's guard. Let's try it again. He got me in the triangle. It's a little bit deeper. Oh crap, good. Now let's assume he's a little bit heavy on my left side, right? Now that my right side's light, I'm going to throw my right leg over first, lean to my right, get my left leg over, right? Same thing. If I can get my arms behind his leg, great. If not, I'm just going to extend my body. Again, if I can get my arms behind his leg, it allows me to push. But if not, no problem. I'm going to extend my whole body until I break his grip, come under, and start to scramble on top. Here. Okay? Calvin, let me borrow you, please. Again. I'll go like somewhat real speed this time. Here, boom, oh, I'm deep in the triangle. Oh, crap. Throw my left leg over, lean to the left, throw my right leg over, cross my ankles. Good. Look, he still has my arm. So if I'm lazy here, he's going to arm lock me. Yeah. In your dreams, Calvin. From here. So I'm going to secure my arms, and now I extend my upper body away as I kick away with my legs. Now I'm relatively safe. From here, I probably wouldn't spend the extra energy trying to go through his ankles, because look, I can just get my arm out here. And now, I try to come up on top this way. That scramble, I'm not going to lie, I'm not great at it. I do manage to end up on top. Ideally, I'd end up passing the guard the whole time. That's just something I got to practice. But everybody sees the principles before that, right? Throw one leg over and lean towards it. That way the other leg is light. Cross your ankles, break their posture. Go. Right, Youngju? Right. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Alright guys, welcome back. We're going over defense this week. We got, oh, let me get my little cursor up. We got Bob on the top here and Ernest on bottom here. They're running light resistant drills. At the moment, I'm starting them in the triangle, and a person on bottom is giving like 10-20% resistance trying to get the triangle. Person on top trying to escape. Bob's got great posture here. Almost gave up his head there. Looks like he's going for the first escape. Okay. I see a lot of this for beginners where they kind of see an opportunity to get out, so they break their head posture going downwards in order to get a better angle at escaping, doing the first escape. Getting the opponent's legs off your head, essentially. It's risky. I don't want to say don't do it, but just know that it is risky because you are voluntarily breaking your posture downwards into your opponent's strength. So just keep that in mind. Got to keep that arm a little bit more secure. Oh, there we go. He's addressing it. Obviously, Ernest not resisting very much right now and gets the pass. All right, we got Jim on the top here and Chris on the bottom here. It's like Chris is the one putting on the triangle. Gets the triangle posture and he starts resisting. Okay, let's look at that again. You got Jim on the top here and Chris on the bottom here running the same escape drill. Chris gets a triangle. They start. Chris is shoulder walking back to prevent Jim from getting his posture too high. I'd like to see Jim. I always tell my students to look up to the sky because that kind of encourages you to get your head up, which is going to make it harder for your opponents to pull your head down as opposed to if you're already looking down. It also kind of encourages to straighten up your back posture as well. Here, Jim's not in any danger. Chris isn't really attacking him. Obviously, they're running light drills, but I would like to see his posture a little bit higher. Makes the turn and gets the pass. Not bad. Got Khaled on top here, Ernest on the bottom here running the triangle escape drill. He says go. Khaled secures the safety of his arm. Throws his right leg over, rolls to the right. Left leg having a little bit of trouble getting around. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. Manages to get back to his knees. Looks like he snuck the second hand in. Not bad. That was a pretty good transition. Let's go back and look what happened. Let's see what happened. The first leg got over okay, but watch Ernest's right hand. Watch Ernest's right hand. He's going to prevent it from Khaled's left leg from coming over. Boom. Yeah. He's blocking it with his elbow. So when you throw that leg over, if I could rewind a little bit. When you throw that leg over, what am I? Try not to throw it towards your opponent's head, for lack of a better word. Try and throw it in front of their belly button, if your flexibility will allow. The further the further your leg has to travel to get over your opponent's center line, the more difficult it's going to be. All right, we got Bob on top here and Jim on the bottom here, running the triangle escape drill. Bob's got to look up to the sky. There we go. I must have told him to do that. Oh, Jim doing a good job breaking down Bob's posture again. Again, he's not going 100%, but if he was, I feel like he would have gotten it. Yeah, Jim's giving Bob all sorts of trouble with that posture. Looks like Bob went for the sit back escape, but didn't get his legs in order. Now he just kind of gave up a mounted triangle, which is a weakness of the sit back escape. You do kind of put yourself in danger of giving up a mounted triangle. Yeah, Bob's got his posture way broken now. We didn't go over the deep escape today, and I didn't. I just totally forgot to record when we did. But it looks like Bob's caught in a triangle here, and like looks like, I'm assuming he got the tap. Bob would have probably transitioned to a deep escape there, but again, we didn't go over it this day. I forgot to record it. Number one, yeah, let's look at that again. I need Bob's posture, like I need Bob to sit back, and I need his spine straight to the sky, even kind of bent back a little bit, just not too much. Because look how easy it is for Jim to just grab his head, break his posture, and it's kind of the beginning of the end from there. All right, we got Ernest on top here and Khaled on the bottom here. Good posture by Ernest. If I were him, I would flatten out my feet this way so my butt could sit back even more. If you're on your toes, your weight is naturally going to orient forward, which we don't want in this case scenario, because then it's going to be easier for your opponent to use his legs and his arms to break your posture down. So if I could make one suggestion, it would be to flatten out those toes so you could sit back further. Looks like I don't know which escape he's going for. Okay, he got his arm out. Hopefully he used it to pass. Khaled doing a good job holding on to the arm. That was pretty good, not bad. I would like to see him, yeah, anytime your spine is bent and you're inside your opponent's triangle, warning light should be going off. So again, try and maintain that tall to the sky posture the whole time. Got Ernest on the top here and Jim on the bottom here, running the triangle drill. Again, Ernest got to sit back on the flats of his feet. Jim's gonna get his head, start to break his posture. Ernest doing a good job using this elbow as a frame here and not letting Jim break his posture any further than that. In order for Jim to effectively finish the triangle, he's got to push that arm over and get his legs in position. But Ernest's right elbow is framing. Whether he means to do it or not, I don't know. Oh, that elbow's starting to go into dangerous territory. Oh, he gets it back. Jim's shoulder walks back to prevent getting stacked. Pretty interesting battle we have going on here. Jim gets the turn. He might be able to finish a triangle from here. Oh, and he gets the sweep too. Okay, he's trying to finish a triangle here. He might be able to get it, but look at the position of his legs. It's going to be really hard. This leg has to be perpendicular to Ernest's neck, or as close as you can if you do the triangle for Short King's version that we went over last week. You still go for an armbar and gets a tap. Again, that wasn't bad. I'm assuming he got it because he's significantly bigger than Ernest, but look at all this space here. That's giving me a heart attack. This shin has to be perpendicular to your opponent's neck, please. And we got the reverse situation. Ernest on the bottom here and Jim on top here. Ernest doing a good job getting the arm where it needs to go. Okay, Jim's got good posture. He needs to look to the sky still. And same thing, I think I'm seeing, yeah. Jim's on his tippy toes here. He's got to flatten those feet out. Flatten those feet out, and then he'll be able to sit back. You can really see the size difference here, too, between the two. But you got to start somewhere. Looks like he was going for the sit back escape. Thought second about it. Okay, again, when you throw that leg over for the sit back escape, right? You want your leg, first of all, you don't want your leg to go over your opponent's arm or arm, period. Because they're going to be able to just kind of elbow your leg back off you, right? Number two, when you throw that leg over, you don't want it high on your opponent. You want it low on your opponent here. Boom. His leg is so high, he basically kicks Ernest in the face. Now, granted, he's a lot taller than Ernest as well, so there is that to consider. But take that into your calculations when you're determining what escape to hit. Manages not to get mounted triangled. Good posture. See, look, now his feet are flat on the ground. Now look how much further he can sit back. Spine is relatively straight to the sky. I'd like to see him, his upper body back, leaning back just a little bit more to really get out of Ernest's range here. Don't know what he's doing here. Looks like Ernest is trying to go for an armbar. There we go. He's really got to sit back. Turn. Oh, he's got to get his arm back first, and then he could turn and get his... Okay, there we go. But he broke his posture again. Looks like he's going to get that elbow out. That was lucky as far as I'm concerned. Let's go back and look at that. He was doing a good job maintaining posture. Okay. He should not have broken his posture when he's starting to mess with his leg. There's no need. It's not going to help you. It's only going to put you in danger. And he almost does get caught in the triangle because he voluntarily broke his posture. Had he not been able to escape this, and I realize that he's stacking his opponent here too, which is great. But had he not been able to poke that elbow out, he would have definitely been caught in a triangle. Got Khaled on top here and Chris on the bottom here. And off they go. Chris got to switches. He's got the wrong leg on top here. Khaled looks like he's trying to sit back escape. That was a bad attempt. That was a bad attempt. I managed to get out of the triangle though. But yeah, you got to pull the trigger on the sit back escape. The sit back escape is not something you're going to do slowly. Let's see what went wrong. Okay. Okay, he kind of folded under his own leg here. No. Throw your opposite leg, or throw one leg over. Do not fold on the other leg, because now, even if he got that over, it'd be really hard for him to roll to this side in order to get this leg up and over as well. All right, I was late on recording this one. This might have been a sparring match. Bob is in the triangle. Jim is the one getting the triangle. Looks like Bob is halfway through a sit-back escape. He's got one leg over. He's in pretty good position here. I'd like to see that cross the center line a little bit more if he can. But most importantly, he's on the inside of his opponent's arm, so his opponent can't just push his leg off. Oh, there we go. Gets his feet crossed. Yeah, look at that giant gap that he could get his arm through. Beautiful work. Gets his arms out, and now he's out, and he can start to get on top. Pretty good work. Got Chris on top here, and Jim on the bottom here. Oh, Chris got his posture broken, about to get armbarred. Oh, Jim let go of the arm. That would have been a great armbar. Okay, seeing something interesting here. Chris is either trying to, Jim is either trying to go for an armbar or, in my opinion, probably going for a triangle. I don't know if Chris realizes what he's doing, but he's pushing on that leg, making it impossible for Jim to lock his triangle back up. And he gets the pass out of it. Very nice. Look at that again. That was interesting. I want to see, so here. Oh, he just kind of fell on his own. Maybe he was trying to do the sit back escape, but it wasn't the way to do it. Good beginner instincts by Chris. Got Bob on the top here, Ernest on the bottom here. I believe this is sparring now. Looks pretty tight. Still seeing a little bit of a gap here. So Ernest could probably either modify the triangle or pull his ankle behind his right knee a little bit more. Okay, Bob hesitated on the sit back escape. Again, when you hit the sit back escape, do not fold on your own leg if you can help it. You're trying to throw one leg over and then fall to that side. He kind of went half cocked and now he's just going to get mounted triangled. Managed to recover his base. Oh, he's putting himself into an omoplata, but he might have bought himself some time. He's got to sit back at his. Okay, he's sitting back. He got to get his posture high. Oh, that looks tight. Oh, maybe not. Still seeing a lot of space here. It's gonna be hard to finish skinny by a guy like Bob. Oh, pulling on the head. Good work, Ernest.